Greetings everybody, this is Scully playing Euro Truck Simulator 2 on the multiplayer server. Hope everybody's having a great day. Myself, I'm kind of feeling, kind of one of those days. Woke up I'm not sick, I just don't really feel too well. A few things that I wanted to go over real quick before we get started. I noticed that I keep calling this the left-handed steering wheel, so I do apologize for that. I'm going to try to not say that anymore. There's also been a few topics I noticed after going back and watching the videos that I seem to cover a little bit too many times, being repetitious. So I'll try to work on that. I want to make sure that I go into good enough detail that everybody understands what it is that I'm trying to cover at the time, but I don't want to sit there and repeat myself, so I do apologize for that. Anyway, let's go ahead and grab ourselves a load. Yep, we've covered that before. Let's see if we can rest. Turn off our engine. Oh, we're not tired. Well, we've covered a fix on that as well. There we go. Graz, we've already been there, so we're going to skip that. We've been there, been to that one, been there. Okay, here's one I don't think we've been to. Yep, we have. I think maybe we started out there or something, but as you can see, there's quite a bit of area there that we didn't cover. So we'll go ahead and get that trailer. Yeah, this video is actually going to be later than what I expected, or I'm sorry, the last video that I put up actually got onto YouTube later than what was expected. I had quite a bit of an issue with that. I uploaded it to YouTube, or was attempting to upload it to YouTube overnight, and something happened. It didn't actually make it up there. I don't know if it was an internet issue or another YouTube issue. So I found that out. I woke up the next day and it didn't go through, so I actually had to go through and re-edit it because I didn't save my edit. And then later that night I decided to go ahead and try to upload it again, and when I got up it failed again. So what I ended up doing, went through another edit process and I cut the video in half and I finally got it up. So uploading part 2 right now, and hopefully that'll be up sometime in the morning. Did I pass it? Yep. Actually, part 2, I might actually be able to get that up tonight. I'll have to wait and see how much time I have. Like I said, I'm still up, or I just finished the first part, but I don't want to be uploading that while I'm also doing the record on this. But excuse me, I will try to make sure that I get that up there tonight. But like I said, it might be in the morning before it actually makes it. I did find a way to get videos up a lot quicker through the editing process, just by compressing it a little bit. I didn't want to go too much because I didn't want to lose our quality, which I'm happy with it. Hopefully everybody else is as well. Let's see. I'm trying to think of some of the topics that I have not covered yet. Yeah, I can't think of any topics that I haven't covered yet as far as a tutorial would go to help people out. It's going to kind of be up to you guys to ask how things work. Like I said, I don't want to keep repeating myself on some of the topics that I've already discovered myself that I keep repeating over and over. We can talk about the editing process. I really do enjoy doing that. The more and more I do it, the more and more of course I'm learning, but I'm also enjoying it. It almost makes me wish that I was doing it for somebody else. So one of the things that I'm doing is going through and doing a compilation of all of our moments that we had that were just a little bit embarrassing. Quite a few of those actually. So yeah, I'm compiling those. I'm also working on another project. I don't want to go into too much detail on it. Kind of a surprise for you guys. It's not really turning out the way I want it to. I like it, it's just it's not quite there yet. I need to keep on working at it. I might be being a little bit too picky as well. But turn. I might be being a little bit too picky on it. I'll just have to keep working at it. Those compilations, though, after sitting there watching them, I watched one of the ones that I did, and I couldn't stop laughing myself just because I knew how hard it is for me to try to make decent videos, and then to watch all the mistakes I made. Oh, I had tears in my eyes. It might not be as funny to you guys or to somebody that actually didn't sit back and watch the original videos, but yeah, for me myself, I couldn't stop laughing. I just watched them over and over. I still have it set to private settings right now. I wanted to let my family catch the first sight of it, see what their reactions are, and then I'll release it out to the public. What are we hauling? Let's see, F6 I believe. Yeah, there it is. 32,000 pounds. Wow, grapes. I didn't think they weighed that much. That was a quick trip. Stuff like that makes me miss my farming game that I play. I haven't played it since I started recording, probably a week I guess. Something I haven't decided if I'm going to do videos on. Like I said, I want to wait until I see how this is working out before I start another series on something else. Oh yes, I fixed the game sounds. I hope they're not overshadowing me this time around. To me, they do seem a little bit low. I might actually raise that up here just in a second. Oh boy, oh boy. A little bit faster there than I intended on. Need to pay more attention. Yeah, so hopefully I'm going to try to see if we can get a load that will take us out west. Maybe we'll see a little bit more traffic that way. No, I don't want to turn. What am I doing? Tamarail, those places are a little bit hard for me to park in. You'll see later on, well, maybe actually as we're passing as well. That's your entrance spot right there. It's not so bad if you're coming from this lane over here, but if you were to actually be in like that lane where that truck's at right there, it can be a little rough. I've really got to work on my driving. Roundabouts, there's one. I did cover it. I actually went online to figure out how you're supposed to take them, so I'll be doing that right now. Now I have the right of way right here, but I do want to go slow because you never know. He may not have seen me, and maybe he's like me in the past where I didn't excuse me, I didn't know the rules. It's in the last video I put up. In case you didn't see it, I did leave annotations as to the right way to do that, and I'll discuss it here in a minute, but I want to get a freight first, or drop off my freight, since I can't multitask. Not too bad. Still have to pull up though. I think I did better the first try. I guess that'll be good enough. It's green, so we'll go ahead and drop it off. And grab our next freight. Where is it? Job market. Oh, come on. This game likes to mess with me. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and reset my truck. I know we're not tired enough to sleep. Actually, yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Forgot that we need to go ahead and explore the map. Is this guy? No? Alright, we'll wait on him to go and then we'll go. There we go. Yes, what was I talking about? Oh, what were we talking about? Oh, roundabouts. Yes. So the correct way to do a roundabout from the research that I've gathered, if you're in the right-hand lane, you stay in the inner circle to make a right-hand turn and to go straight. The only time you should be in the left-hand lane, which goes to the inner circle, is if you're making a left-hand turn. And when we get back to that roundabout, then I'll try to show you guys. Hopefully nobody's around and I can actually show it without interfering with other folks. Okay, so here's the roundabout, and it doesn't appear on the map that anybody's coming into it, so I'll go ahead and show you. I'm in the right-hand lane, so that means I need to stay on the outer circle, and the only thing I can do here is either make a right-hand turn, which is right there, or go straight, which is what I'm doing right here. And I'll come back to the roundabout and show you how to make a left-hand turn. Ooh, not there, not there. Okay, so now to make a left-hand turn, I realize this is going to be redundant because I'm going to end up going the same way. I'm in the left lane, I'm going into the inner circle here, and I'll follow that all the way around, and then I'll come out right here. So that is the proper way. Of course, I've probably made some mistakes that you should be entering and exiting the roundabout, or at least the general idea of it. Now, if you watched that last video, I think I made two mistakes. I was in the wrong lane. I did a lane change, and from the right-hand side into the inner circle. So that was something that I wasn't supposed to do. Now the other fella. Sorry, I thought I saw something out of the corner of my eye. The other fella, he went into the inner circle, but if you noticed in the video, he was also going straight. So neither one of us were in the correct lane, but I still feel like it was mostly my fault because I did a lane change, even though I was in the wrong lane when I was in the inner circle. I shouldn't have been there, but I also did a lane change in the middle of the intersection. So yeah, that would have been a hard accident for him to avoid, since I did the lane change in the middle of an intersection. I sat there, I watched that video, a couple of times trying to figure out, exactly whose fault that was. Either way, we were both in the wrong, but as far as avoiding the accident, I don't think there's anything that he could have done to avoid the accident. So my apologies to, I didn't catch that guy's name, to whomever that was driving that semi. There's a hot air balloon up there. Something I've never noticed before. I've seen airplanes and trains. First time I've ever seen that though. Okay, I need to take a break for just a second. I'll try to remember to edit this out. Alrighty, and we're back. Sorry about that. Like I said, I'll try to make sure that stuff gets edited out. Let's take a look at our map. We got one spot right there. Another thing I need to look up are these signs. I may have already said that, and I do apologize if I have. There's signs in here that I'm not sure exactly what they mean, like that one right there. I'm not sure if that's supposed to be a yield sign or not. Here, ours are triangle shape, and they're usually red and white. So that may be a caution sign, I guess. I'm not sure. I need to look those up. since we are playing a simulator, we are supposed to, you know, do our best to abide the rules. But and that one right there, I'm assuming that's a no parking. There's a red circle with a line through it on top of a white background. Driver job at CNET. Huh. Well, I thought that was going to go all the way through. Apparently we have a couple more spots to pick up real quick. Do the old roll past the stop sign. Alright, let's see if I take this left hand lane thing right. Boy, my words are just all over the place. That's yield signs for us here. That's what they look like. Now I've seen some in this game that were turned upright. I don't know what that means. No money. Looks like we have 3 parking spots that we need to hit up, and that'll be done. Grab us another trailer. Oh, I wasn't even paying attention. I wonder how long the light's been green. I'm sitting there looking at the mini-map. I do want to adjust the sounds real quick. I want it to be a little bit louder. Oh, I felt like I hit something right there, but I was in the middle. Okay. Just real quick doing my audio. You can see I have it down quite a bit. I'm going to bump it up just a little bit. Just looking to see how loud this is going to be. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and turn it back down a little bit. I don't want it to override my voice. Oops. I'll have to do. I already, you know, for somebody that doesn't talk a lot, I already feel like I'm yelling, even though I know I'm not. I'm a quiet person. The only other option I have, I can turn up the mic. Right now it's on 20 decibels. I can crank it up to 30. It's as high as I can go. I didn't want to do that, but I may end up having to do that. Okay, here's that spot I was telling you about, the tremor. I can't even pronounce it. Tremelli? little bit hard to come through if you have a trailer and you're on this side of the road. Tremere. And then of course coming out you want to be careful. I wish they extended the no collision zone to be out a little bit past this, because you know, if somebody's trying to come in, it's either the person coming out is going to have to back up, you know, somebody's going to have to back up to let you out. Alright, so one more spot up here to open up. I'd like to know what they intended this to be. And I know I said it in my previous video, but you can't rest here. Oh, that's a bus station. Huh. Interesting. But you can't do anything here, so I don't know if maybe they planned on doing something and never got around to it, or what. Anyways, let's pick up a trailer. Only because I'm recording, right? I mean, it happens to me in single player, but it seems like it happens way more here. And we just came from there. I think that's where we're at right now. Alright, so we don't really have a choice. I guess I'm going to have to backtrack. Let me look at the map one more time real quick. And that's perfectly fine. There's a little bit of stretch right there that we need anyways. The only problem is, when I get there, I'm going to end up backtracking again. Well, maybe I'll get something to BRNO. Alright, so we'll head over to Graz. Graz. Wonder if it was that orange truck. I couldn't really see it in my rear view mirror. I'm pretty sure it was. If so, that's what I was telling you guys. Make sure that you don't, if somebody's ahead of you or coming in or something, watch those collision zones. You saw how easy if that was him, and if it wasn't him, I do apologize. Oh, we have damage. Quite a bit of it. We'll have to be careful now. We're, 10,000 since I bought that steering wheel on the left position. There goes half our money right there. And that wasn't even a bad wreck. I mean, yes, my semi did get tipped over, but what I mean by that is it didn't total my vehicle, and we're still in a starting vehicle, so the price wasn't that bad. Now he's coming up on, yep. I saw that. I saw it that time. A mortar Turk. Okay, this guy's flashing. I'm gonna go ahead and come out. I'm not going to report it, but you could definitely tell from that second time he was attempting to grief me. Like I said, I'm gonna watch the video back. I'll leave annotations in the mirrors. I'm not mad about that. Like I said, that's one thing I enjoy about multiplayer. You know, it keeps you on your toes. It's not like, and of course I'm gonna say that if you watched my first video where I was trying to show off how the AI stops, I kind of made a fail on that. But that was one of the videos I look back and I laugh. Yeah, it's not like the AI where they'll stop for you. You never know what the other person behind the wheel is gonna do. So yeah, like I said, I'm not mad about that. It keeps me on my toes. The only thing that is a little bit discouraging about that particular scenario, he did it once. I think he should have left it at that. Doing it again, I don't find that very funny at all. So, not only is doing it against the rules, doing it over and over is really poor sportsmanship. And there goes the airplane. I love airplanes. I don't have models and stuff now, but I used to when I was a kid. I had Blue Angels. I think those are my favorite because they swing by in town about every year or so. Do a show. Haven't been to see them in a long time now. As far as flying, I have been in a personal aircraft, and I want to say it held 4 people if I remember right. It was really, really small. One that my uncle's I believe he owned. I don't remember if he owned it or if it would have been one of his children. Anyways, long story short, I've been up in one of those, and I didn't get airsick on that. Had a really, really good time up there. I felt like we were going. Of course, when you're taking off, you feel like you're going fast, but in the air, I felt like we were actually doing slower compared to. I've been on commercial airlines, probably about 2 or 3 dozen times, quite a bit as I was growing up. Only been on one. No, I take that back. I've been on 2 bad air flights. One, I was really, really young, and I don't know if I got it when I was right before getting on the airplane or what happened, but turned out when about mid-flight, my ears started hurting really, really bad. Turned out, sorry about that. I wasn't sure what that fellow was doing. Turned out I had an ear infection, so I'm not sure exactly what point before the trip that I got it. But, it made that trip really, really bad. I wasn't very old. I don't remember crying on the flight, but I do remember it hurt real bad. I was on another air flight, probably 2022, somewhere in there. It was about 2022. And everybody on that flight got sick. It was a prop job. I think all the other airplanes I've been on outside of the family-owned one was a jet. So yeah, on that commercial air flight, everybody in there, wow. I'm not sure what happened there. Looks like he's stuck on the wall. Huh. Oh, that was that griefer. So he'll probably end up damaging us. Well, that guy behind me did. I'm gonna go slow so I don't take up too much damage, and hopefully he doesn't. Yes, they're trying to tip me over. Hopefully they don't succeed. He's trying. Go ahead and let them know I'm recording. That was a illegal turn, but I wasn't really paying attention where I was going. I wanted to make sure that I didn't take a whole lot of damage right there. I probably will go ahead and send a report just for the fact that he said that he was reporting me. I want to make sure that my nose stays clean so I don't get a ban. Now, he may have taken a screenshot. Who knows if he actually reported me. And from the screenshot, or whatever he may be using, may be showing that it may look like it was me that was trying to block him, but if they see this video, then they would know that I wasn't the one that was causing issues. I guess I better slow down, pay attention to what I'm doing instead of... That is one thing. I won't be blocking out the chat unless I just happen to see it, catch it. I'll try to do my best to make sure that none of my videos get up with any language, but the problem is I don't speak anything other than English. I know a little bit of Spanish, but I won't be able to catch every single word, and I don't want to end up just blacking that screen out down there. I don't think it would make for a very good video. But if I happen to see a word when I'm editing, I will do my best to make sure that stuff gets cut out. Yeah, so on the reporting feature, which I've covered a couple of times, there is one thing that I wanted to cover when you're doing it. They don't download anything, so you can't like send them pictures and stuff. The way it works is you'll end up having to put that picture or video up on the site, like say YouTube, which is where I would put mine. you know, I would put the recording up on YouTube, and then I would go into where they report griefers and incidents and things, and leave a link to the YouTube channel. So, you know, they don't want to download stuff because they don't want to be messing with viruses and all that stuff. So by leaving them a link to the YouTube channel, they can at their leisure go in and take a look at it that way. Yes, like I said, I will go ahead and report that particular incident just to cover myself in case he decides to go ahead and he's serious about reporting me from whatever evidence that he can dig up. It's the only reason. I'm not mad about the situation. It did slow us down, but it's not like not that bad. I'm not mad at him. I just want to cover myself. Now, if you noticed, he called me Willie. That's one of my profile names. I don't know how you can change that, but I am driving under Scully for the time being, and I will throughout the entire Let's Play. But Willie is my other profile. That is something that you can change, and the only way I know how to change it is by changing your profile through Steam. But of course, that's not something that I really want to do for just for a Let's Play. If I was doing it for a permanent solution, I would, but not for a temporary Let's Play. I guess I need to speed up a little bit. Don't want to go too fast. It will be slowing down here in a minute. We're coming up on town, as you can see, Graz. And that's where most of your incidents occur, in town and right outside. So the guy's gonna go ahead and turn, and I don't have the right of way, so I need to wait on him. And I'm hitting the guardrail. Nice. And the reason I wanted to wait back there is, I mean, I have the right of way to stay in this lane, but you never know what he's gonna do, and I don't want to get put in a situation where we have an accident. Why I was thinking that was a turn spot. Guess I need to watch my mini-map. Terrible player. Megatron. That's something I enjoyed growing up, always watching the robots. What was their name? Prime? Oh, he needs to back up. Go ahead and back up. Oh, nobody behind me, so might as well. He's probably having a hard time seeing the red light. I'm not too sure what he's doing. I'm gonna go ahead and, well, Yeah, I'm not sure what he's doing. The only thing I can think of is maybe he's having a hard time seeing the red light. I've been put in those situations myself. Oh, he's gonna block me. Guess we're gonna have to sit through another red light. That's one thing I need to do is set my horn button up. I think in my last episode I talked about it and I never got around to doing it. You guy behind me looked like he's lagging a little bit. I got a green light, not paying attention. Sorry about that, buddy. I was watching in my rear view mirror. Or my side view mirror. Feels like a rear view mirror up there. We can talk about the different type of brakes that you have. You've got your retarder. I'm not a pro, I will have to look it up. I believe that's set within your gearbox. You also have your air brakes, which would be, I think they're like your regular air brakes, but they're pressurized instead of fluid. And then you have your engine braking, which is basically your engine is put into reverse. Like I said, I'm not a pro, but I'll go ahead and let you hear what that sounds like when you use your engine brake. I'll use it right now. That's what it sounds like. I didn't buy the automatic retarder, so I can't let you listen to that, since that is I would have to find the button on the keyboard, and I'm not sure what button that is to use. And then of course, if you have like a joystick or you're really good with the keyboard, you could also downshift to help slow you down. Yeah, I think we're actually getting better at this, maybe. That was a decent job. Took me 2 tries. At Graz, we've already figured that we've already discovered this one, so we'll go ahead and see if we can find a trailer out of here. And you know what? I didn't. Oh my goodness. It's alright. We're gonna get it. We're gonna get it. And where does this take us? And we've already been to Linz. Let me look at the map and see if there's anything that we can discover on the way. Yeah, a little bit, not much. But Linz should allow us to continue north, I'm hoping. And if I still can't get a good job, then I'll drive somewhere to a town that we haven't discovered and get a job that way. I want to... hang on. There we go. I want to avoid as much backtracking as possible, but we will end up having to do it regardless, because there's going to be spots that we miss on the road. I probably won't put that griefing in the compilation video, because I don't really find that it was a funny episode, and I want to try to keep mine funny. Now, if somebody, let me rephrase that. I might put the first griefing where my truck actually tipped over. Somebody might actually find that funny. But the rest of it I'll leave out. No, I done forgot what I was going to say after that. Some of the griefing videos I'll leave in there because, you know, like my truck tipping over, that was, I don't know, I guess you could see it was humorous. And it happened to me. I'll record some of those, but I won't record all of them. Most of them are going to be episodes of me messing up, or, you know, I happen to see somebody else tipping over. Got that blinker on a little bit slow there. And I passed it. I want to wait for this guy, let him get out first. Yeah, I guess he's not going out. I'll back up slow. I just want to make sure that I don't get into the intersection back there. External jobs. Now I think I covered a little bit of it. And there's none available anyway. Okay, I'll cover that later then. I'll go ahead and let you know what it's about. It's a system that the multiplayers put in that they're not actual jobs, but they're jobs that you can do that were included for the purpose of multiplayer. When you go to actually pick up the trailer, you actually have, say, 4 days, or I don't remember if it's days, we'll say 4 hours. You actually have 4 hours of real time to get your vehicle where it goes. Did I not pick up a trailer? I just swore I did. Maybe it timed out. Oh, I know what I did. Yeah, I didn't pick up the trailer. I was looking at the external contracts. And there goes another one for the compilation. There's Megatron. Let's try not to have another hanging tongue incident. Done it a time or two in single player, but not very often. Oh, I know, we can talk about Twitch TV. I did set up an account. I've never messed with it. That's something I want to look at. Might actually look at doing some live streaming here. That'll be way down the road though. Like I said, I've never messed with it and not sure exactly how it works. Looks like a lot of fun, but of course you can't edit your stuff out, so I'm not sure how I'll go about doing it. Passing this guy slow because I never know, you know. Might not see me. Yes, the reason I was looking at it wasn't so much that I want to do a live stream video, but that could be another way that I can upload videos to YouTube. Though I think doing live would be interesting, something different. I'm trying to find an alternative way to be able to upload videos to YouTube because I really don't like the fact that you know, if your internet cuts out or if YouTube's having a problem, I haven't found a way to be able to continue the upload. I managed to get lucky on the first video I did and it continued from 60% and went ahead and finished out after I guess the internet must have cut out. But I've tried since then unsuccessfully. Every time I'd go to re-upload, it would upload it as a different video. That was part of the excuse me. That was part of the issue I was having getting the second video up. That's why another reason it took me so long to get it out there. Just looking down at our mail icon, didn't realize we had some. So I need to check on that next time we pull over. So we already got the email from the bank. We got the one from the dealership, the very first dealership we opened up, so I'm not sure what that one is. It might have been from our garage. I guess we could talk about vacations. I've had a whole lot of vacations that trips that we've taken to various states and stayed at lakes and camps and resorts. Other than that, Six Flags, been there several times. Whitewater, Frontier City. I think my favorite vacation probably would be Disney World. I've been to Disney World once and Disneyland as well once. Let's see, been to is it Sea World, I believe? Been so long since I've been there. So there was one in Texas we went to, and I think there was one in Florida when we went to Disney World. If I'm not mistaken, we also did that. Been to MGM Studios within that same trip. Now that was something right there. A lot of the rides, of course, they're made for kids, but the adults, some of the stuff that you get to do there it's real entertaining. I think one of my favorites was the Back to Future ride, and there was a Star Wars, kind of like you sit in a it was a simulator. You're closed in with probably, I can't remember, 25 people all packed together, sitting in chairs equivalent to what you would find in an airplane, actually. If I remember right, there were seat belts. And of course it moved around and stuff with you. And then the Back to the Future one, that was a roller coaster ride. I enjoyed that. One that I rode that I didn't really care for. What am I doing? That's a toll booth, not a red light. Oh my goodness. Oh, glad there was nobody around. Sorry about that, guys. I was too concentrated on trying to find things to talk about. Yeah, one of the rides that I didn't really care for was it was a shark ride, Jaws. I don't know. It was set up kind of like a log ride from Frontier City. It's just I don't know. It's too generic, I guess. It did have the shark popping up a couple of times. I don't feel like it was. And of course, it being a kid's ride, not really. You can't really make it scary, but I don't feel like it was scary enough. Felt like they could have done a little bit better of a job on that. But I'm sure, you know, they probably paid quite a bit of money to have that attraction there. So I hate to put it down. That was just my personal thoughts on it. And as far as doing roller coasters and stuff like that now, something like they would have at Disney World or something I could handle, but Frontier City, that's a bit much for me now. I get headaches pretty easy, so I don't like my head being jarred around. As far as getting sick, they don't make me sick. Now there is one ride. It's going to be hard for me to describe. I think the name of it was called Tilt-A-Whirl, but basically you sit in what would be a huge football helmet turned upside down, and there's a bar that comes across you, and it sits there and spins, and the ride itself spins, and the whole objective is to try to get it to spin really, really fast. Now, I really did. That was one of my favorite rides. Really enjoyed growing up riding, and doing something like that now, I'd probably get sick pretty easy. In my childhood, I never got sick on that ride, except there weren't very many people riding that particular ride, so the attendant allowed us to continue riding it. I think it was about 3 or 4 times back to back without actually stopping the ride, and boom, there goes a hit right there. I slowed down way too late on that one. I let up off the brakes and mashed them again, but yeah. Don't have the braking power, gotta be more careful. You know, I was talking about the Tilt-A-Whirl, I believe it was called. Yeah, she let us ride it 3 or 4 times, and on that 4th time, oh my goodness, oh boy. I don't remember getting sick, but I knew I had to stop right there. I was feeling it in my stomach. Rides they have at Whitewater, I haven't been in a while, but I'm pretty sure I would enjoy doing something like that again. I've always loved being around the water. The only thing I don't like about those type of parks is the smell. It's pretty bad. You get that smell of the chlorine plus everybody else's personal odors floating around in the water. Not sure what this guy's doing. We'll go ahead and attempt to pass him. He'll let us. And he does have quite a bit of lag. That may be the reason he's got his flashers on. Yeah, I don't feel comfortable passing this guy. I'm not sure if the lag is causing him to do that or if he's a griefer. It's hard to say. I think what I will do, I'll go ahead and pull off here and get some gas, even though we don't need to. Of course he pulls in here. Go ahead and fuel up even though we don't need to. But you could see earlier his truck was all over the place. You could tell he was having some problems with lag, so I'm pretty sure I'm gonna pass that. I've got my brakes all the way down, by the way. Luckily, we're within range. But you could see his truck was, what is the word I'm looking for besides the lag? It was skipping. So that gave me a good indication that he was having some lag issues. And I'm going to go ahead and pull off to the side here for just a second because I need to take care of some things. I will edit the video, speed it up so that it won't be something that you guys have to sit through. So, yep, I'll be right back. As well, hopefully this guy will be gone by the time I get back.